my garage. As you can tell, we have a Beetle behind me. We have my house in the background, and this is my little garage in Bexhill in East Sussex. If you're on and you're live and you want to chat, please let me know how this is looking in terms of quality, if it's grainy, and let's see what we can do to make it better if that's the case. Yeah, I mean, we've got some parts for us today. We have got the car. I have a fresh battery. I have some fuel from my lawnmower, which is just down there. It's just out of shot. Got some fuel just down there. And yeah, in fact, we've got one person viewing right now. That's awesome. Good evening to you. There we go. Jacob Newman says it's fine. That's great news. So if you've been following our stories on Instagram, I've had a real nightmare with trying to extend the router today. Bought the wrong thing, so I've been pulling our router sort of through the house as far as it will go to see if we can get live upload and download speed. So yeah, it should be pretty good. So if this is your first time joining us, I'm Leigh. I'm normally the host of Combe Valley Campers on YouTube. We do lives every Sunday. Normally it's a Q&A. But I thought, let's do something different. The other week we did a bit of a workshop day when the internet was still bad at this house. But I've decided to bring my Project Beetle home. And if you don't know about this car, this is a 1972, I believe, 1200 Beetle. I bought it for an absolute snip in lockdown. And I managed to drive it off the trailer. And then I tore the beam out of it for a customer's car. And it has forever sat waiting for me to start. And I thought, it's getting warmer, evenings are lighter, let's do this, and let's do this online as well. Now what I am going to be doing, and this is a first time for me, I'm going to be recording this on a little chest mounted GoPro. So we're hoping this will be a video as well. There we go. It's a really old GoPro, and it's telling me already that the battery's dead. Luckily, I have a decent one. It's going really well so far. So, how are you all? How have you all been? I haven't seen you live for a long time. If you are new to this, what we like to do is introduce ourselves. So, I'm Leigh. I run Combe Valley Campers, and I do the YouTube channel. And I work on vans, convert vans, and show you how to convert vans as well on YouTube. I'm from down in the southeast. I drive a Type 25 on the daily or a T5 on the daily. What do you drive? Leave it down in the comments. What do you drive? What is your project van, your project car? Again, this is first time doing this, so let's give this a go. Are we gonna have enough battery? Oh, we're on. We're flashing. We've got full battery, and I'm just going to start recording straight away. So yeah, what we're trying to do is kind of record this at the same time. So maybe I can make a bit of YouTube footage out of it. And I thought it'd be a bit of fun. So if you are watching this on YouTube, there we go. That's what I can see. That's you guys. And let's hope this sort of rig works. Why the hell not? Why the hell not? Right, so we've got 17 of you watching. Good evening, I'm Leigh. Who are you? Where are you from? What are you driving? Today we are going to be trying to start this car after it's been derelict for 2 years. I've just left it sitting for 2 years. Let's just smash on with it. I'll tell you what I'll do first. Let us go for a little tour round. Can I swap this round? Yes, I can. Here we go. Right, so this is the Beetle. Oh, let me clean up that camera a little bit. Do excuse me. There we go. Right. So, like I say, I bought this for £2 before lockdown. It's currently sitting with no beam, but I've been collecting parts. We have a beam there. That is going to be going on. It's got a steering box down there, some shock absorbers, and it's a pretty good car. Actually, it's not rot. It's not rot in the usual places. It's got a little bit going a bit bubbly there, But all down in these corners is good. Doors are good. Roof gutters are good. And the interior isn't too bad. It's obviously had some changes. It's got some pretty interesting headlining. It's got like bamboo headlining with the stickers going on, bit of, what do they call it, sticker bombing. Some sort of aftermarket steering wheel. But the good thing is, it has keys, but no battery. So who have we got in so far? Let's have a quick look. See, I'm going to flip you around. So we have Jacob Newman says it's fine. Thank you very much, Jacob. Motivate says, hey, long time. Davey Kleckner says, thank you. Adrian Johnson, hello and good evening. Motivate says he's got T6. Jacob Newman says, yellow transit with the wrong water tanks. Good evening, Jacob. How you doing, my man? SIOPP or slop says, give me a minute whilst I turn my TV sideways. Yes, I'm going to try and make that better in terms of orientation. So yeah, this is what we're going to start to try and fix this evening, or at least try to get started. Now again, this is my first real live doing working. We tried it the other day, but we have got this 1200cc engine, and yeah, I'm just trying to scramble my thoughts as to what I'm going to do with you guys. So first things first, we've got to check that it's running, obviously. So what I'm going to do, not running, sorry, it's turning. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to flip you around again. Let's mount you up in my little tripod-y thing here with a light on it. Okay, and there we go. I haven't got a lot of light to deal with, and all the light I am with is sort of pointing this way at the car. So I'll tell you what we'll do first. We'll check the oil and run through some of the basic checks that you should be doing before you start a car for the first time in a long time. So who's worked on Beetles? Who's had Beetles? Your dipstick is just down here, and looking at that, that's way over full. Let's give that another go. It's got 2 marks on there. So I hope no fuel or water is going into that. It does smell a bit fuely. It does smell a bit fuely in there. Well, at least it's got some juice in it. If it does start, it's not like I'm going to be running it to and from work. I will drop the oil straight away, and I've got all the means to do that as well. So, can we see? By the way, if you're watching, let us know if the quality is all right. So, well, there we go. We are turning. Compression doesn't feel amazing. I feel like it should have a bit more compression than that. But that is turning there, so that's good news. I'm going to whip the distributor cap off real quick. Just have a look at the points real quickly and check the cap, see what condition that's in as well. Who else have we got in? Adrian Ped says 1983 T3. Nice to see you, Adrian. Thanks for tuning in. Justin Tippler, Transit Custom, but you currently have my T5 in for conversion work. Yes, sir. That is doing very well as well. Warren's in. What's up? He says. Good to see you, my man. Right, I've got to move my other tripod so I can get into my toolbox. Now, one of the main reasons I'm doing this build in the garage and why I'm filming it in the garage is because I want to be able to show what can be done at home with Billy Basic tools. And in that sort of sense, I went out and got me the most Billy Basic Halfords toolbox. And that has got the most basic tools. And so just to show you that things can be done with basic tools. So we've just checked the oil. That seems a little overfull, but it does smell a little bit fuely. But once it's running, we should be able to, well, like I say, I'm not going to keep it running. So, straight out the 90s, we have got a clear blue see-through distributor cap. And that looks like it's barely been used. I'm going to see if I can bring you in. Can I bring you in any closer? Probably not. But if you look in that, I'm looking at all these points here on the distributor cap. And they, although saying that, the centre of that looks really well scorched. So all the points themselves, where the leads plug into, look quite clean, but the centre looks a little bit scorched. I've got a little bit of sandpaper. The rotor cap as well, yeah, that actually looks quite scorched on there as well. If my phone's gonna zoom in on that, let's have a quick look. See, that's all the sandpaper I have here. So hopefully that's gonna be enough to do the points and maybe clean up some bits and pieces. Again, we're just trying to get this running today. We're not actually driving it to work or anything like that, so. And if you've got any hints or tips whilst I'm doing this, or you spot I'm doing anything wrong, or you've got some better advice for me, then please feel free. Shout up. Let me know how you do something slightly differently. But we're gonna just keep working. Who else we got in? G is in the house. He's done a handshake. He says, "What's up, everyone? Hey up from me and M passing through. Nice to see you guys." Tony's in. He says, "Evening. Only stopping for a minute because I'm in a hostel in northern Spain. I'll watch this when I get back." Nice one, Tony. Right. There. Right, so if there's going to be any problem at all, it might well be that distributor cap. However, I may well have a spare because I've been collecting parts. And if you can see there, I've got a whole host of spares in boxes. Plus, I've also got two other motors up there. I forgot to mention that. That is a TP, a 1600 motor from a Type 25, and that's another 1200 single port up there. Both of which I got for almost 0 pennies, really. But there you go. If that's not providing spark, it looks like it could be down to that distributor cap already, but we have spare distributor caps up there. Torch, because I cannot really see the points. Let's see if I can extend this. No, that's not really going to work. Right, can you see this with me? So I'm just going to have a look in the distributor cap. Sorry, in the belly of the beast, in the distributor, and just see if I can see what the points look like. They look brand new, actually. The points themselves actually look brand new. And they don't look that fuzzy or anything like that. So, that's a good start also. What I will do is just do a little bit of scuffing in between them. Just in case. Because whilst we're here and we've got it open, we might as well give it a go. And what I will do is turn the engine over also. Oh, come on. I'll turn the engine over also and see what the gap is as well. The M says, "We'll try and pop in and see you this Saturday coming if you're in the unit." I may well be. We may be camping, actually, but do keep in touch. Dan Noble says, "Hey, dude. Dan from high up here. Good evening, my man. Thought I'd pop in and have a nosy at what you're up to." Yeah, well, check it out, Dan. Thank you very much for the t-shirt. As people can see, I'm wearing my High Up Transporters t-shirt. And Dan Noble is your man from High Up Transporters. If you don't follow them on Instagram, get on it. Because even if you're not into High Up Transporters, it's a damn fine Instagram page. Right. So those points are just filed. I've run a tiny bit of sandpaper through them. Just going to run my rag through them as well, clean them up a little bit. And then that's cool. Now I'm going to have a quick look in the carburetor next. Let's just put this back together. So rotor goes back on. I need more light in here. That's job number 2. All right. I've got to put some more light in here. Where's my mark? Normally you can see or feel a bit of a mark for TDC on the top. Not really feeling that. Should be around there. Well, if we don't get fired up, we'll be doing TDC later on. What do you reckon? Right, any other hints and tips? Things you do differently? Cleaned up the button on the rotor cap. Cleaned up the points. Inspected the distributor cap as well. We are going to be disconnecting this fuel because if it does fire up, in fact there's no fuel tank in it anyway. I had to remove the fuel tank. But what I will be doing is probably disconnecting this fuel line here. This is the in from the tank. And I'll probably just be feeding this off some fuel I've got, and I'll be feeding that in with a jug or something like that, or whatever it might be. Right. So when I bought this car, it came with a very, very crappy paper air filter. And through my digging for spares, I found this oil bath filter, which is what it should have come with. That's it. It doesn't feel like it's got any oil in it. No, bone dry. But what I did, sadly, whilst I was not looking after the car and it was under a cover for a couple of years, I did actually leave the air filter off because I'm a plonker. But let's just check if we've got movement. Make sure throttle lever works, and the car and the choke flap seems to be free. So that's a good start there as well. Some very sketchy looking wiring. But all the terminals seem clean. So when I was storing this car, it didn't actually need a great deal. Sorry, by that I mean, sorry, I'm trying to talk and do this at the same time. When I stored the car, it was under cover. So it was dry as a bone actually, because it was under a car cover and then in some sort of makeshift tent as well. So yeah, it's all good. Right, so you got your positive. I'm thinking out loud as I'm doing this, by the way. You can tell I've not really done this before in front of the camera. But I'm just checking all the terminals, what's on positive, what's on negative. We have the condenser, that's plugged in, the positive and the negative on the coil. The leads are pretty good. And then down at the spark plugs, they are pretty good too. Yeah, nothing there. So what I might do to check spark later is I might just whip off one of the plugs and hold it to earth and see if we get a spark across that, and hopefully we can show you that too. So yes, are people commenting today? Anybody else wants to sort of chirp in and give me some details or give me some hints and tips as I'm going through? Please feel free. I have got like a GoPro on my chest as well. I'm trying to film this at the same time. Am I still recording? Maybe not. It should be blinking red. I don't know. Apparently an SD card error. Oh well, let's just take that off. I'm still very new to all of this. Trying my best though. Right, so we have checked oil. We have checked that the engine rotates. We've checked inside the distributor. We've checked that bits and pieces inside the carb are working properly. I will go and throw a battery in. So earlier today I went down to Halfords and with my trade card managed to get a bit of a steal. It's a Yuasa Silver 5000. It's got 520 cranking amps, it says. 12 volt, 52 amp hour with 520 cranking amps. Let's see if it fits, shall we? Let me take you with me. Let's see what we can see. Right, how do I open this? Come on. There we go. Right, flip you around. So that's my battery. Let's pop her in. See what we can do here. Hopefully you'll be able to see whilst I'm doing this all with one hand. Do excuse that, that's the rear valance. And there we go. Battery fits like a glove. Fits like a glove. Take my covers off. Come on. There we go. Is this where I'm going to have to get some tools out? No. There we go. Just check the keys off before I start doing anything. Terminals are on. Right, let's see this, shall we? No bueno. Should just try and crank it, see if it cranks. No bueno. Let's go and check the fuses, shall we? Guarantee I've been pilfering stuff off this car when I shouldn't have been. Let's see where I've been. I will go and get my multimeter, because there looks like there could be some bits and pieces missing in there. I say multimeter. This is another thing I bought at Halfords today. The most Billy basic of voltage testers. Let's see if we're getting any live up the front. So, find an earth point, find an earth point, find an earth point, anywhere, there. That'll do. Are we getting any live? So the main live coming in from the battery or the starter should be one of these big fat reds. Likely that one. That one's going to the key, then it comes back out. It goes to the key or the headlight switch, one of the two. Aha! We have live. So, very Billy basic. Have you got voltage somewhere, tester? And if you can hear people in the background, my girl's just got back from a party. There we go. Got live. Got live. Cool, so maybe there's some fuses gone. Either that. This is all fun. Right, hold the phone. Have we got any fuses under here, and what are they doing or what are they not doing? Can you actually... There we go. They're all in there. Go and get my meter again. Oh, I heard something in the back then. Concerns me that there's no dash lights. Sorry. I'll try not to flip it around. Concerning. That looks a mess, doesn't it? Let's go and see if we've got voltage down there, shall we? Let me just remove this valance. I'm going to put you on the stand for a second. Let's go and put you in the other tripod. I don't think the battery's dead, tree dude, because I can see voltage through that little tester. and it's a brand new battery. Sadly, I don't have a multimeter, but I think it's more than likely going to be some sort of disconnection somewhere. We'll see. Right. No, I'm going to go around the other door. Go and get it. There you go. So I didn't think this was going to be easy, but I thought at least I'd get ignition lights on the dash. So see if I'm getting any voltage at the back. No, let's stay at the dash. Let's see if my fuses are working, or if we're getting power to the other side of the fuse. Right. I need to up my light game, don't I? Oh, hang on, I have a light. That light there is plugged in, which is annoying. Come on, where's my lamp? That's the one that doesn't work. There should be a lamp that I charged up earlier. Don't play games with me. There it is. Aha. Right. Is that something to do with it? Nope. Right, let's put that down there. Oh, you can see the cobwebs in it. Look at that. So, let's find an earthing point of sorts. It's not going to go there, is it? There. Oh, they are way crummy in there. Right. Nothing there. Nothing there. That main live has got something. Nothing there. Nothing. And this could be a corrosion game. See, because look, it says no. I'm getting some at the top, but nothing at the bottom. Right, let's see if I can put you there. Tell me if this is annoying. You can't see much. I'm going to go and get my sandpaper. 1 second. Oh yeah, they are mighty corroded down there. Because the fuses look good. It's just all of the other bits don't look great. So, both ends clean. Oh, look at the corrosion that's come off that. Beauty. Keys off. Pop that one back in. Oh, I just had a crickle crackle. Come on. Yeah. Something's just gone live. There's a drawer there anyway. I just heard a click in the back. That's good. It's a good start. Then put that other fuse in. Or do we just clean up all of these whilst we're here? That's probably a good start, isn't it? Right. So, how do you feel about live videos? Anything good? Any good? Again, please feel free to leave all your comments at the bottom. Because I do quite like listening and watching and reading all your comments. I heard like a relay click there. Oh, do you hear that? That was a starter motor. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's really cool. So straight away, corrosion is stopping us. Clean up some of these. Again, I don't know which ones are which, but if we can just clean up a few whilst we're here, then maybe we can get some stuff working. Because the dash lights aren't working yet, that's annoying. Because I want to know if we've got oil pressure, and I want to know that the charging system's working. So if we can get the oil pressure light and the charging system light lit up, because I don't want to be running this motor without any oil pressure, even if it's for a couple of minutes. But what a great start, the fact that the start motor's just kicked into life. That's brilliant. So I was having a chat the other day with some of the guys from work, and they all agree that like a summer project, an evening summer project, is way better than a winter project. Because who wants to spend cold evenings in a garage? Now, I know you can't do as much in the winter in terms of recreation and holidaying and stuff like that. But what I'm really trying to do this year is get my poop in a group. So I've got more time for my kids. Ooh. So I've got more time for my kiddies and more things to enjoy as well. So I think that'll be fun. What about you guys? Leave some comments down below. I'm going to read some comments now actually, see what you guys are thinking of my crappy progress. Right, dashboard light on the left. Did you just see it? Cool. Right, battery's dead. Cool, bad earth or missing earth. The Beetle must live. Dashboard light on the left. Did I just miss it? Hang on. Nothing yet. Daniel Noble, get some fuel down its neck and fire that sucker up. Yeah, man. Cool, must have power then. Motivate says, hey Lee, will you be in the UK mid-July? Planning on visiting around then? Yes. Daniel Noble, by the way, have you got an extinction nearby? Nah. Nah, I don't have one. Hey ho. Right. I've got a hose pipe and I'm not going to be pouring it with fuel. So, right. I'm going to do a quick voltage test on some of these. So, see what we've got and where. Voltage, voltage, voltage. Nothing there. Maybe that's turned on with a different circuit. Maybe that one's turned on. Let's try the top ones. Yeah, voltage, voltage, voltage. Nothing there, nothing there. Nothing, nothing. Now if I turn the ignition on, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Voltage, voltage, voltage. Cool. Does anything work? Oh, wipers. Wipers work. Do we have lights? Do we have a light switch? I don't know, should we check? Nothing yet. Right, okay. So, I'm going to turn all my switches off. Man, there needs to be some work going on here. Right, I'm going to turn some switches off. We'll turn the ignition on. See if there's power at the coil, shall we? Right, I'm going to plop you back in, flip around again. Hey, how we doing? Any more comments? Right, cool. So hit me up. Any more suggestions? So let's find a decent earth somewhere like that. I am going to now turn the ignition on. I can hear relays clicking. Nothing live there. Anything live back here at all? I Should be getting live at the coil, right? Oops. Unless that's a bad earth. It's probably a really bad earth. And you're on the block, donkey. There you go. Sorry, I'm just staring at the camera then, just seeing if there's any more comments. There we go, we've got live at the coil. I've just chosen a pretty bad earth. Yeah. Right. So, shall I just assume there is spark? Just throw a bit of fuel down it. Do you know what I will do? And I'm not a big fan of it. What I'm gonna do is just run it, try and build up a bit of oil pressure, maybe get the cylinders lined a little bit. And then what I've got at the moment, just as a real hack, is just a little bit of brake cleaner that I'm going to squirt straight down the vent tube. Try and fill up the bowl with a little bit, throw a little bit of brake cleaner down in there. It's not healthy for engine. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn the engine a little bit, try and get some oil flow in, try and get something, try and get like bits and pieces lubed. We'll go from there. So if anything sets on fire, shout. Interesting. That changed its tune a little bit, and I've completely just cut my toe open on the exhaust. Right, again, not a big fan of doing this, but I think you want to see and hear if this thing will bark off. Oh, here goes nothing. See if it'll go. I think that went. Oh, that made a noise. That made a noise. That's pretty cool. Hang on. Try a bit more of that. Now, for some reason, that is only hitting the starter once. I don't know why. It might be a dicky. Oh, I'm going to start it. It'll go brum. Brum. It's, I don't know. It won't let me hold the key down. Come on, baby. We have life. We have life. That's cool. That's really cool. Right, I'm going to see what I've got in here to try and fill that float bowl up. Do you know what I'm going to use? I'm going to use a tiny little bit of fuel line, pop it over the float bowl, and let's see if we can keep it running for longer than 2 seconds, shall we? Man, that was cool. We got it. Right, I'm going to pinch this bit of fuel line because the fuel tank's not connected up. Saying that, hang on. No. I was going to say if I could rig some of this fuel line up into my temporary can. No, do you know what I'm going to do? I have a lid. I'm going to put a little bit of fuel in that. Oh, that's not fuel. That's fuel. Only the finest lawnmower fuel that's been sat in someone's shed for God knows how long. Oh, don't do this at home, peeps. Right, so I'm filling that up very gently through the vent tube of the float bowl. So that will be feeding the float bowl directly. Oh, that stinks. Oh, that's far too much. Cool. A little bit in there for luck. What do you reckon? Give her a couple of pumps, see if I can hear the accelerator pump. Nothing yet. Let's give this a go, shall we? Oh, nearly. Not taking that fuel yet. I'll give her a little bit of a spray. She might just take off. Oh, come on. Why are you not playing? Why are you not playing? Doesn't smell too fuely. I don't think that carb's too happy at all. Right. What are we doing? I want to see the comments. Right. Right, where are we doing? Where are we doing? Where are we doing? Ah, that's nice, guys. Thank you so much. Dan Long says, for someone like me who's not very mechanically minded, this is fascinating watching you go through methodically a bit at a time. That's nice. Daniel Noble, it wants to live. Yes, it does. M says, live. Adrian Johnson, spray the whole tin in. Belt's not slipping, is it? Even if it is, it's only powering the alternator and the fan. Adrian Smith, you're making me want another Beetle. Stocky Locky, well done, bud. Dan Longhurst, yes. Tree Dude says, lift it up with MTs. Andrew Smith, Restocal Project. Dan Longhurst, far too much, keep pouring. Makes me want to go out to the garage. Yeah, get out to the garage, man. E10 fuel. Do you know what? I have no idea what type of fuel it is. No idea whatsoever. I picked up a free lawnmower when I moved into my new house, and that can came with it. So it's what I've got. Let's give it another go. Needs to pull that fuel through. So what I'm going to really quickly do, I'm going to change out that rotor cap because I reckon if there's any sort of problem, it might be down to intermittent spark. It's down to that. So I'm going to put what looks like a genuine cap on it. So, maybe bring you over rather than keeping you in the dark. This is an engine I picked up for next to nothing. Can I leave you there? Find a makeshift stand. There you go. This is an engine I picked up for next to nothing. 250 quid for a friend of mine. Oh man, they are on there. Oh, one. And he says it's a good runner. But if anything, this is going to be a parts carve for me, right? Aha. Liberated. Liberated. Hi. Alright, let's see what we can do. That's way better. That's actually got like a button in it. That other thing's a piece of crap. Cool, right, so we are that orientation. Should have just whipped all the leads off as well, shouldn't I? 1. 2. 3. 4, right? Let's get the back clip on. 1, 2. That seems on there. The points look great. I'm going to splash a little bit more fuel into it. Maybe a stronger spark. Too much. Right, let's give it another go. So wants to go. So wants to go. Chuck her in there. We got something. We got something. I think the solenoid on this starter motor is absolutely wrecked, which is why it only seems to be like firing once. I just want to hear it breathe for a couple of seconds. Fog it in. Might just put that air filter on. Just restrict it a little bit. Choke it up a little bit maybe. Maybe it's getting a bit too much air. Any more comments? Right. We better get the money shot. Yeah, you're right. I'm in pain by the power of the gods. Make it start. Right, the next stage of my plan, because that starter motor's been an absolute jerk, I'm actually going to get under the car and see if I can just manually hit the starter. Might have to move some bits, do excuse me. Let's give this a go. Oh, come on. No, that's just firing out the solenoid. Whoa. That's not working. Old bad fuel, pour a little on the floor and light it. Not in here, I'm not. You're right, it could well be old bad fuel. It works in the motor, in the lawnmower fine. It doesn't smell too bad. But it did fire off, didn't it? Right, now we're at 53 minutes. I'm going to give this another 2-3 minutes, 5 minutes. Let's see if she goes. Just to confirm what I was doing now, I was trying to jump the starter, so crossing the terminals over with a screwdriver, and it just seemed to be sort of firing the solenoid, but not actually cranking. So yeah, we're looking at potentially a bad starter motor there as well. So close.
Where's your phone?
I just wanted to... Dom, can you come in here?
No, it's not my shoes.
Just come in here, please. Right, I'm going to recruit my wife to see if she can help. Oh, yeah. I've got to be really conscious now that it's 9 o'clock. Or getting that way. She got there in the end, eh? 56 minutes in. Yes. Well happy with that. Well happy with that. She's a runner. Doesn't sound too shabby either, but you can definitely tell there is the accelerator pump's not working on the carb, because I was like trying to pump the carb and it wasn't going vroom vroom. I was having to sort of push the accelerator lever down, or the throttle lever down, and it was gradually building up, so it's not having that shoot of throttle down into the carb, shot of petrol down into the carb. But that's really cool, man. Really cool. Really cool. Well happy with that. So if that doesn't egg you on to get fucking cracking with your project, then I don't know what is. Do you like doing these? Shall I do more lives? In terms of what we do as a channel, I mean, I can make these lives into a YouTube program. Unfortunately for YouTube lives, you don't get monetized. I don't know why. I don't know, they blame you for the effort it takes, I guess. Who knows? I don't know. I'll have to look into it further, but I'm really down on doing this. Like doing the whole build live. What do you reckon? So that'd be cool. Really chuffed it lives though. Really chuffed. So new battery, some fuel from the lawnmower that I got off for free when I moved into this house. Yeah, and some sandpaper. Oh, and a replacement cap. We don't know if the cap was the problem. I reckon it was, I don't know, it's better to have one of those caps, but what we've done, we've secured a sponsor for this build, so, which is really cool. Heritage are on board. We spoke to them down at Heretics, which is their monthly meet. We spoke to Heretics the other day and they're interested in sponsoring the build. So we have a sponsor, which is wicked. I know that seems a bit naughty, but if I've got someone willing to help for exposure, then why not? I think it's brilliant. So we'll be covering all the service items. You know, obviously we've got to look into why that starter isn't doing very well. We've got a new beam to fit on. We're going to be doing light mechanical on it, but stuff we can do at home that hopefully I can show you. So yeah. So what have we got here? Lockie, do it live. Get more heads are better than one, etc. Shite, it doesn't get monetized though. Yeah, you're right. No, I do really like the lives. We have a lot of fun. I've made friends through the lives. People who have then come down to our Campers and Coffee, Tony and Warren, to mention just a couple, which is really, really good. And if you want to come down and sort of see us, you come down to the Campers and Coffee events as well. That's really good fun. But yeah, how nice is that? That just started. That's really, really cool. I'm down for doing more lives. Maybe I'll set up my rig a bit better. In this garage, I only have that one strip light at the moment. There's like a ring light behind you. And then I've got this kind of camera light which you can turn on and off, fade up and down, and then you can change like whether it's bright or white or whatever. Oh, I'm buzzing. That was really cool. It lives. It took a while, didn't it? Man, the apprehension was there. So yeah, that's really cool. So that is it. That is my hour in. That is my hour done. I'm really glad I got it started. I've got to clean up the floor now. Seen the shit that spat out the exhaust? It's all over the floor. It's everywhere. But that's what you get. It runs, it lives, it's live. That's on for the next one. Em says, you've got such a kid in a sweet shop smile when she fired. Yeah, absolutely. That's really cool, man. It sounds good too. I am going to get rid of this exhaust, actually. I know it looks cool. But I live in a nice spot. I don't want to wreck the neighbours when I arrive late home or leave early in the morning, so it will be just having a standard exhaust. Well, we'll see. It does sound cool, doesn't it? Wicked. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. I'm glad I was able to actually get it started. That's really good fun. That's really good fun. If you like this sort of content, leave a comment down below. This will be good to watch. This will be uploaded now onto YouTube, so you can watch it back if you want to, if you didn't catch all of the video. Wicked. I'll see you later, guys. Have a good evening. Have a good week next week, and I shall hopefully see you next Sunday. You want to keep working on this?
let me know. Bye.